So I really enjoy working in the clerk's office because I like the day-to-day, almost sometimes repetition. I enjoy doing the contract, seeing everything come to fruition. I also enjoy getting to work with the council and the mayor. When I'm describing to people that don't really know what the clerk's office does, I try to explain it as the keeper of the records. We handle all of our records here that come through the city. We have minute books from the 1800s. There's a lot that's interesting in those books. You see how time has passed and how it correlates to major events that you've read about in history books, and seeing those and knowing that someone has touched them. Because our older records before, I think it's like 1910, are all handwritten. And so people sat there in those books and labored over them. And the fact that we do the same thing just in a different way is really kind of exciting. This is March 8th of 1849. And you've got who all were in attendance. So we handle all of those record keepings. We handle any resolutions and policies that the council pass. We ensure that it's properly documented, not only through our policies here at the city, but through the state. And then we also handle all of our contracts, and the state does records retention schedules. So anything that we're allowed to destroy has to be signed off by the clerk's office as well as by our records liaisons for each department. And I work pretty closely with them on when we're doing shreddings to destroy those items and how we're allowed to do that. Organization is one of the biggest things that you need working in the clerk's department, because each piece of your job correlates to another piece. So if you've missed something here, you're going to have to go back 10 steps in just to fix it. But it's also being able to speak with the public and speak with other departments to explain, say what we need for a agenda, or if a resident calls and says, I need to see a copy of this record. How do we work with them in getting them the items that they need? And then our boards and commissions, that's one of my main focuses. We have 24 boards and commissions here at the city, and many of them are advisory to the city council. And so they're the ones that are seeing the information, seeing appeals, seeing what is of interest to the residents. And if they aren't able to properly tell the council, then we haven't done our job correctly. And so we need to make sure that they're able to get whatever they need in order to accomplish their task that we've given them. So prepping for city council meetings and work sessions, the clerk's department really works as a group in this situation. Pam's always doing the agenda. Matoya is handling our catering for our council members, making sure that our recognition form, which is saying, who is going to pray for the meeting, what FCYC member is going to be attending, and any recognitions that are going to be presented at the meeting. And I'm also there in the background. I've got our action agenda, which is what staff really kind of look at the day after the meeting. So it's a quick blurb of each action that's been taken, motions, seconds, votes. And so that's why I stay at the meetings, to handle those. We got to make sure that everything is ready for council, and that that goes from printing agendas to the agenda packets getting out on time. And so it's definitely a group effort. When I think about people reading the minutes that the clerk's department has produced, you want to make sure that they are able to read those minutes and see what exactly happened correctly. You don't want to give them misinformation, and that's what the minutes are all about, is telling a story of what the city does, what policies are made. And if something is incorrect, then you've thrown off what history has said. The most rewarding part of my job is really getting to see the amount of people that want to make a difference in the city, that want to be on those boards and commissions and learn more about what's happened through history at the city. Being able to provide those items gives me joy.